guys, Dark here bringing you some more World Championships action. This one from the upper bracket semi-finals. And playing for today's spawning on the left, we have Asiamint playing his US forces, and his loadout is airborne, tactical support, and mechanized. Facing offensive on the right, we have Nicko, Noggano, playing as Osir, and going for Ostrupen straight away. Map is Bayeux Assault. Okay, interesting tank trap positioning there. I wonder if he'll still be able to cap from that. Yeah, looks like it.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Yeah, I saw in the comments on one of my other videos, like, oh, where are the other matches, you know? So I figured I'd cast this one. So you guys can see some more matches. Because I think the mainstream did the lower brackets. So I'm sure these did get casted by somebody on Twitch, but you know, now they'll be on YouTube. Well, now this series will be on YouTube, so you guys can all watch it easily. First engagement there. Rear echelon darting around. Pretty badly outnumbered here though. 3v1. Well, we've got some riflemen making a move in the north. Interesting split on the units here. Noggano actually not using his pyos together with the machine gun, which is usually a pretty strong combo. Sending the pyos out to cap by themselves. And they are not doing too well against that rifle squad up close here. He was hoping that he would soften them up so much that the Ostrupen could win that, but second squad rifleman coming in and he is just getting chopped to pieces. Slightly late retreat here though, machine gun setting up. This could be a wipe. Oh, that's some bad stuff, Asiamint. Oh my god, wipe up in the north though. Okay, well there we go. Both players suffering a wipe. And you know, rear echelon and Ostrupen, same cost, so there you go. Could of course spell trouble for Asiamint, you know, won't have a re-echelon squad for the sweepers. Could cause him light vehicle issues, especially against Ostrupen. You know, there tends to be quite a lot of mines planted with this commander, so something worth watching as the game develops. Very fast tier 2 tech coming down here for Noggano.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Rifleman getting around the corner here. Got a pretty even split on the map so far. Even match up to this point. To get the flamer on the pyos, as you would expect. You know, up against US forces, you don't really expect to be up against many tanks. Okay, Asiamint has locked in to captain. Got that out now, which is a curious decision. Has once again gone for tactical support, my favourite commander, which I love to see. But yeah, I tend to find like, you know, this build is safer to go lieutenant. That way, you know, especially against Ostrupen strategy, if they get their light vehicle out super fast, you can always have the bazooka on the lieutenant to fall back onto. Buy you a little bit more breathing room if things don't go to plan in the early game. Looks like, okay, Asiamint was briefly building an ambulance, cancels that. Did rebuild those rear echelon though. Very low, but yeah, didn't end up building the ambulance, so even though he retreats here, can't heal up at the moment. And 222 coming in for Nicko. Gonna be hitting around the 5-minute mark, so pretty fast, though we have seen faster with our Ostrupen commander.
AT gun ready.
Still a pretty sharp timing, and very early anti-tank gun in for Asiamint. This is not something I was expecting. But I suppose it does make sense if he's going to try stall for the quad. AT gun going to help him against the 222. AT gun though is vulnerable to some light vehicle pressure though, so going to have to be careful with the positioning on it. Especially while he doesn't have snares on all his riflemen yet. One of them's Vet 1 for the anti-tank grenades. Oh man, that's a lot of damage onto the captain up close here. Once again, Asiamint really suffering without that ambulance. A lot of low health units here, but he can't heal them up. Oh. Okay. Goes for the attack round. Nicely done there from Asiamint. Doesn't end up paying off, but worth a shot, I would say. I'm getting forced way up there in the north. 222 pulls back for some repairs. P-Green's on the field now for Nicko. Yeah, this is just a holding pattern for Asiamint at the moment. Just needs to hang on for a bit longer. Oh, this could be nasty. Maybe a bundle grenade into the retreat path of these re-echelon. Okay, T-Gun pokes his head around the corner. No bundle grenade. Okay, I thought he would go for the wipe there with that. It's good for Asiamint. But yeah, until he gets 3 command points, not much Asiamint can do here. But once he gets it, it'll be a decent power spike. If he does want to go for the quad, he's going to have to leave enough munitions for the quad upgrade. So he probably will only be able to get 1, maybe 2 M1919s. At the moment his resources are coming in quite slowly, with these P-Greens camped on the cutoff up here. Nicko did rebuild one of the Ostrupen squads, one that he lost, and he's got a good position here, camping both exits of the base. So the captain up in the north is making some headway with that bar upgrade. Oh no! Yeah, T-Gun got decrewed here. This could be crucial. In comes 222, looking to apply some pressure. Captain charging forwards, pressuring the machine gun quite nicely. Pops the incendiary rounds, but that's too much pressure. MG has to get out of there. Close call there for Asiamint. If he lost that AT gun there, that would be the end. P-Green's charging him, but they're quite low in health. And Asiamint now with the command points for the quad. Oh, AT gun has to be careful here. No backup. Squad's coming out the other exit of the base. And he is getting chased down by the Panzergrenadiers. This could be trouble. Oh man, they're all squads are... Yeah, okay, he's rotating up here now. 222. Think about coming in. AT gun going to get decrewed. It's going to be in a safe position though. Does make it home. That was a close call. And here comes the quad. Upgrading that now. He could have equipped 1 M1919. And in this case I would try and equip it with the squad that has no veterancy, since they don't have access to the snares. And you most likely want to use them as like a stationary firing squad compared to the others, which may need to charge in close the distance and go for that snare. There we go. Quad forcing the retreat there. T-Gun coming through the center, looking for the 222, but that is backpedaling out quite nicely. Does force the retreat up here. Got some air spines down, but sweeper coming in from Asiamint. He's on top of things here. T-Gun in coming from Nicko, though. Build this somewhat late. 222 maybe going to try and do some damage on these rear echelon as they try and sweep. This could be nasty standing on top of the air spines, but he did sweep that patch just in the nick of time there. So it does end up paying off for Nicko. But this has been a pretty dominant period for Nicko. As you can see now, Asiamint about 150 VPs behind. Just a slight, incorrect positioning on his anti-tank gun a couple of times there. Really hurt him for territory control. Okay, M1919's coming through now. And that will really help against the Panzergrenadiers especially. Take so much more damage as they charge in. Here we go, AT gun connecting. We do have the pack nearby as well though. Quad has to be careful. He's tech grenades as well. Oh, the quad briefly stopping there. Still in the arc of fire. And it goes down. That was huge.
points.
Okay. Here goes the re-echelon squad. So yeah, catching me a little bit off guard, though he did have a lot of success against Kimbo with these grenades against the Austrian style. This is what the 1919s do best. Just, oh, GGH. Throws in the towel from this scenario? Well, that was unexpected. Still has plenty of fuel. Guess he just felt like he was too far behind at this stage. But yeah, you can see how hard it is sometimes using the quad, you know. You get out of position. Those light vehicles that take 2 shots to kill. Just like a small error. And they go down. That's why, you know, light tanks, such as the Lux, T-70, Stuart, so much more popular, because if you do get caught out of position slightly by an anti-tank gun, they will survive those 2 hits as long as you don't take a snare on top of that. It just makes them so much easier to use. With the quad as well, I think it did hit Vet 1 at that stage. Definitely worth hitting the speed boost on it, which not only, you know, makes it go faster, but also reduces its target size, making it more likely the anti-tank gun will miss. So definitely worth hitting. We got the munis for it. But yeah, they are a very curious start to this one for Asiamint. Losing the re-echelon early. I suppose that was kind of evened out by the Ostrupin going down early. But yeah, the AT gun play was not ideal. And Nicko really working this side of the map well. It kind of seems hard for this left-hand side spawn to push out their base under that kind of pressure. Anyway, GG, and we'll go on to game 2. Game 2 of this series, Nicko spawning on the left, playing his allies, and he's chosen Brits and immediately locked into Royal Artillery. Interesting. Yes, off against him on the right. We have Asiamint playing ZOKW, who has Special Operations, Luftwaffe Ground Forces, and Overwatch.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
I think this is the first... No. Kreitz played Brits, right? I thought this was the first Brits I've covered so far this tournament, but not the case. And straight away into the sandbag action is Nicko. Reaching out to the south to get things going here. Asiamint going north, also sandbagging up. A slow start to this one. Both players just content to sit behind cover. Pick their places. We're pushing out now though. Stempies are heading to the north. We have one squad up here for Nicko. Going for a 4 infantry section build here. So that maybe signals that he's not planning to go for the universal carrier at this stage.
Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
Oh well, that kind of reveals positioning as he tries to go for the flank there. Managed to capture the point before retreating, but yeah, that maybe signals that Nicko isn't planning to go for the universal carrier.
A capture point is being overrun.
Since otherwise he'd probably tick before that third squad came in and then go for the universal carrier after that. And get the Vickers on it ASAP. Oh, damage onto that Volksgrenadier squad. They retreat there, but no healing.
Damned enemies trying to take
For Asiamint, Stempies on the battlefield and not planting med crates back at base yet, so that's going to be painful. Asiamint going for the truck at this stage and putting down the battle group. So he's going for the fast flank half track, it looks like. Interesting. Stempies looking to close the distance. How quick is Noggano going to react to this? Got another squad coming in from this side. Volksgrenadiers from this. Stempies need to continue to chase, keep the pressure on over here. Nicko bringing in that section. They turn around for some damage. Got some engagements going in the center. That low health squad drops 2 models immediately. Empire's getting very, very low in health themselves. Peel away from this squad up in the north and come in to pressure the center. Immediate retreat there from Nicko. But so far, you know, Nicko has had slightly superior territory control. He's got maybe 1 or 2 more standard territory points under his control and munitions point as well.
HQ operations now underway.
So he's off to a pretty good start. Early mine down here, surely. Nicko would have seen that coming though. And this is risky. On that low health, the Empires will go down extremely fast while they're in construction. Treating from the center as well. Get some on-field healing, but we've got a squad coming in from the flank. 2 squads coming in. Oh wow, bolster first. It does open the door for Asiamint's strategy here. The fast flak half track by going for the bolster first is going to delay the AEC a little bit. Allow a bit of time for the flak half track to do damage before that AEC arrives. Interesting. But Asiamint, you know, his timing is a tiny bit... Oh, it's alright. It's just a tiny bit slower than you'd hope though when going for this fast flak half track style. Now that's how it goes, you know, the half track takes quite a long time to build. Oh, early grenade tick as well from Nicko here. So yeah, that's actually, by the time he's gone for both of those side ticks, that AC is going to be coming in crazy late. In fact, he hasn't even ticked it yet. I don't know if this is something he knows about Asiamint specifically. He's worked this strategy before. But it seems like the flak half track's going to be doing some good damage here. Tries to go for a grenade on retreat this time. Didn't see that from him last game though. Interesting. That's flak half track hitting the field at 5:45. Reasonable timing. But yeah, considering he had to go for 3 folks to try and enable the style, which ultimately leads to a lot less map control. And going for these fast flak half tracks, you do suffer quite a lot for not that much return. But as I said, in this particular instance, not up against the AEC, could work out, though Nicko instantly building the AT gun in response here. But yeah, Asiamint, you know, will have some confidence that maybe he can play aggressively with the flak half track for maybe about another minute before the AC could potentially arrive and spoil the party. So this minute also is very, very important for him. So far, he hasn't done a tremendous amount with it. Also locked into spec ops. Looks like he's trying to kill the enemy sandbag, but he's killing his own units in his own sandbag. Yeah, this is not good. I mean, this is just a waste of time, really. On top of that, you know, by firing, Nicko knows exactly where the flak half track is. Makes it easier for him to avoid it. They don't like that initial flak half track play so far from Asiamint. Goes for a 4th Volksgrenadier here. T-gun moving on the flak half track. Oh boy, once again he's going sideways through the arc here. But he does manage to get out of there. But the infantry engagements are not going well for Asiamint at all. Those bolstered infantry sections are just so strong. Flak half track quite bad at shooting through hedgerows as well, so just to abandon that, heading up to the north for the moment. There's one squad up there. Empire's up there as well. He's got his medics down to go for 1 set of med crates as well. One squad with STGs equipped also, and Nicko bringing in the Royal Engineers. Soft retreating from the north as well, away from the flak half track for the moment. Gun not pushing into the north, just staying close to the center. And it looks like Nicko going to try stall for the Valentine here. Briefly think about planting a mine there, but interrupted. Grenade, predictive. A pretty good evasion there from Asiamint, expecting that to be coming through. Oh, infiltration grenades back the other way. We're seeing a bunch of dodges. Focusing down the STG squad first. Another grenade coming through. But look at that, man. Get to STG folks. Just having so much trouble with those bolstered infantry sections. They are just insanely strong. Don't even need a weapon upgrade on them. And this is, oftentimes where a squad of elite infantry could come in handy. For OKW, squad of Jaeger Lights or Fallschirmjäger at this timing, maybe with these kind of fast battle group builds instead of... Oh, AT gun connecting. Oh, it's dangerous. So just another Fallschirmjäger squad. Can really help you against these bolstered infantry sections, otherwise you can struggle. And it looks like a second engineer squad coming in for Nicko. He's just got so much manpower at the moment. A quick look at the KD, you can see it's just horrendous for Asiamint. And the flak half track play has not been super effective for him either. Just to set up the machine gun, but Nicko gets in there with the flank in time. Flak half track coming down. T-gun quite far back. Second squad coming around the corner, he ends up retreating anyway. AT gun pushing in on the flak half track. Flak half track got some pretty good damage in there. Pushing forwards again. Some nice damage. AT gun missing its first shot, which is good, because that just means a lot less repairs on the flak half track now. And here we go though, Valentine time for Nicko. And no rekitten out yet from Asiamint. So he could get punished quite hard. And this is why the Valentine's so strong, because, basically every other light vehicle in the game will get snared by one Faust. And that will relieve the pressure from the flak half track as long as you've got, your squads nearby playing defensively. But not the case with the Valentine. Has too much health to take engine damage from one snare. That means you can play so much more aggressively with it. We got the Raketen coming in now. But yeah, Valentine rears its head. And things are not looking too good for Asiamint. Already about 200 VPs behind at this stage. It's going to go for a snare at this stage, but that's exactly what I was talking about. Doesn't cause engine damage. Half track still up here in the north, falling behind the sandbags for the moment. There they go now, and they're pretty clumped up, need to spread out. Next shot could be nasty. Oh man, he's playing a dangerous game there. Ends up retreating just before capturing the point, which is a shame because that would connect to the munitions point up there for him. Yeah, I was trying to make a point about Asiamint really needing munitions. He hasn't fully upgraded his squads with STGs yet. It does have a sweeper though. But yeah, it can always use munitions for the grenades, for the infiltration grenades. Does really need those munitions, and Valentine gonna soak some of those up, absorbing Faust like that. Didn't fully repair it though. So I think from that amount of health... Oh. I think it was still not receiving engine damage though. Half track pulling back. Kitten is in the center at the moment, destroying the sandbags, so Nicko knows he's in a relatively safe position, just out of range down here. And it's a full retreat from Asiamint. It's just such a horrible feeling as OKW fighting against these bolstered infantry sections like this. Backed up by the Valentine. Okay, connects with the Valentine and buys himself a little bit of breathing room. Just have a fuel and a munitions point connected at the moment as well, though he's a little bit behind on VPs. Raketen also could maybe go for the kill on the sandbags. Not Raketen coming down here. Valentine just out of range at the moment. And infantry section probably sees this kitten over here. The flak base is up, actually covering this point. Grenade in. Dodges forwards. Doesn't take too much damage. Flak half track meanwhile in the north, getting a lot of territory captured. Have to be careful though, you know, Valentine combining with the AT gun could make a push on this. Putting it on the front lines here is a little bit risky. Especially if Nicko, yep, picks up a second anti-tank gun like that. So while it did buy him some breathing room, it allows him to hold on to that munitions point very safely. Nicko could put on a nice push here. He has actually done his company command post as well, so if he wants to go for a Cromwell, that is not very far away now. And combining with the double AT guns, it's going to be very hard for Asiamint to repel. Pops the radio silence, making a push through the center with it. Getting advancing as well. Half track coming around the corner. We've got the AT gun there though. Getting connecting with the Valentine. Oof. Mine goes, and that was a lot of models down with that mine. I think they took down about 4 or 5 models. That really blunted Asiamint's push here. Oh my god, then the Valentine with the follow-up. He loses a squad there. Kitten also in some trouble. Looking a little bit grim for Asiamint at this point, building the second Rakitten, but he's got a tremendous amount of reinforcements he needs to do as well. He's going for a snare, but yeah, there's no point. It's not going to result in engine damage. Ooh, and you could nearly go down to the Valentine as well. He chased there. He probably could have got the kill. Valentine coming down here. He's popping it into recon mode. Observation mode, and he's going for the push on the truck. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Half track, trying to get some suppression on there. T-gun spinning around, going for some tech rounds through the trees. Rakitten forcing back the Valentine.
Command has authorized the use of radio silence.
Back half track coming down to the south. T-guns had already pulled back here. 9 kills on that Valentine already. You're doing well. 3 kills meanwhile on the flak half track. Been on the battlefield for over 10 minutes. Still only got 3 kills. He's not had a terribly good run with it. Here in the north now with it though. Gonna lose sight of that squad. Doesn't get the suppression on that. Is what can happen sometimes with the flak half track. Going all the way around to the north. Double AT guns trying to rotate up there, but decide against it. Doesn't have much support for them. Could easily get punished. And will get punished with 2 Volksgrenadiers over there. He's going straight. Yeah, he's gone straight into hammer. That's how comfortable Nicko feels right now. We're going to be seeing some comets in short order. Combining with like concentration barrage, double AT gun push. It's an even more potent push potential on the Schwer. T-gun up here in the north. Flak half track has to pull back instantly. Got a radio silence push coming in here from Asiamint. He's pressuring. Grenade dodge. Nicely done there. We've got too many infantry sections though, just everywhere. Every time he pushes in, he's not having much success. Bleeding a tremendous amount of manpower. Rakitten connecting with the Valentine, forcing it back. Half track actually coming in. Get some suppression in. Infiltration grenades largely dodged, but the Rakitten out here. Oh, Asiamint overextending, but the suppression kicks in on both the squads here. Could get the wipe now after that. Oh, gonna get the snare off, slow down the Valentine a bit. But it is very close to base. I imagine there's an engineer somewhere nearby. So I'm not gonna slow him down for long. A lot of manpower spare for Nicko still. KD hasn't really gotten much better for Asiamint. You know, he would have liked to get an over squad out by now, but just the manpower bleed has not allowed him to do it. And that just spells bad news for his end-game potential. I'd really like to have overs out, you know, start vetting them up so I can perform well against these infantry sections. But yeah, just too much manpower bleed so far. Track after track though, went from 3 kills to 10 kills the last 2 minutes or so. It's starting to work some magic now. And Asiamint with a decent amount of fuel here. Made in, dodges forwards, nicely done. Half track in the south. One thing to Asiamint's credit, you know, he's up against double AT guns. And his flak half track's still alive. That can be really tricky to achieve. So even though, you know, he may not be getting crazy good value out of it, it's still alive. Better safe than sorry. Time popping out of the smoke. Applying a bit of pressure to the AT gun. I mean, MG, AT gun. Oh, speaking of double AT guns, okay, pop smoke early on, forcing the attack ground. Okay. Gets it out of there. Hold on, did Asiamint have a second Rakitten? No. Was he building one at one stage? I can't remember. I thought I saw a second Rakitten in the build at one stage, but maybe not. Okay, and here comes the first comet for Nicko. Yeah, he has tick panzer authorization, so Command Panther going to be hitting in a similar timing. So Asiamint, you know, he's been up against it. He's 300 VPs or so behind. Excuse me. At this stage, but he's got a, you know, good tank to square off against the Comet at basically the exact same timing here. LT guns coming to the south. Volkswagen is coming in for the Faust. Cancel it at the last second though, because it wouldn't result in engine damage. Command Panther arrived a little bit too late. Good awareness there from Asiamint, saving those munitions, and he is very low on munitions. Needs to save them. Double AT guns coming to the south, but they're not fully healthy at the moment. Could drop quite quickly. Flak half track up to Vet 3 now. I think it gains its mobility bonuses at this if you don't see. Valentine in the center, going to have the long range sight here. Getting back at base at the moment. And okay, Asiamint coming through, crushing all the stuff through the center. Opening up the line of sight. I don't know if that's to his advantage though. Valentine does have very good line of sight. And Nicko does have the double anti-tank guns as well. So I feel like that actually works more in favor of Nicko. And, you know, the Volkswagen is probably going to be better in close range as well with the STGs against the infantry sections. But it, yeah, it did look like he intentionally did that. Look half track in the south. Gotta be careful, double AT guns rotating down there quickly. Comet as well, flak half track pulling back in a very defensive angle. Command Panther up in the north, so is the Rakitten. Pops the radio silence, trying to get something going here. Double AT guns not spinning around. Panther missing again, is getting off to a bad start here. Seeing all its shots on the Comet. AT guns pointed. Half track thinking about coming in, but then pulling back. Panther comes in, takes 2 shots, both penetrating as well. In fact, how did that one even connect? That looked way out of range. And now a Vickers from Nicko to try and lock things down. And once again, rather ineffective push there from Asiamint. Good loses Rakitten on retreat now. Valentine coming in trying to finish the job. Double AT guns pushing behind this. Panther gets very, very low. Second Rakitten coming in for Asiamint. And maybe going to turn his attention on to the tech truck now. Flak truck going around the north. A lot of pressure on the truck. Going down very fast. Flak track. It's a good kill there on the mine up in the north, but Command Panther getting repaired. And the flak base goes down, so it did afford him some really good control of this region of the map. But, you know, moment of weakness. Command Panther too low in health to assist. And he ends up going down. Take a quick look at the KD again. Almost 2-1 at this stage. Such a bad feeling as OKW. This is where you really need, as I said, like an elite infantry squad to try and turn the tables against the infantry sections. Asiamint just hasn't had the manpower spare to do that so far. The radio silence again. Good damage so far. And this is maybe a slight moment of weakness now for Nicko. Doesn't have that much infantry on the front lines here. Rakitten pushing forwards. T-guns pulling back quite early on. Flak track coming in though. Command Panther a little bit further back. But here comes a couple more squads now. Asiamint charging hard through the center, trying to pressure down these anti-tank guns. And that flak track spitting out some nasty damage now up there in the north. Oh, but the Valentine and the Comet doing some big damage. Panther pushing in, looking for the Comet kill. AT guns set up, but missing their shots. One of the AT guns gets decreed, but that gets snared. Command Panther has to pull back. Valentine saving itself out the back. Oh, and the Vickers escapes. Oh, what a pixel.
Our headquarters are under fire.
That is sad for Asiamint. Good push there. There's not quite enough grenade into the retreat this time from Nicko. Okay. Didn't quite throw it far enough towards the north there. So I think maybe even things up a little bit more on the KD, but not by a huge amount. Flak track though is a lot more scary. You see it in these fights. It's doing so much more. 24 kills now. So it jumped from I think it was 10 kills to 24 kills in the last like 7 minutes. Really starting to accelerate its kill counter now. Increased accuracy and rate of fire contributing to that. Radio silence running again. Grenades dodged. But the Vickers getting the suppression going. Working well against Asiamint for the moment. Asiamint taking a little bit of time off here while he tries to repair up his Panther. There's the Comet ready to fight again. Time getting repaired now. Does have double Royal Engineers with the 5-man, so can repair up quite quickly. And Nicko just about there for another Comet. And Asiamint, you know, having lost his tech truck,
Enemy threatening a capture point.
I'm going to rebuild that now. His next tank is a long way off still.
Radio silence has been lifted. Units are now visible to the enemy.
Panther heading up to the north. Do a bit of crushing maybe. Oh boy. Takes a mine. AT gun swarming. Panther could be in some trouble here. A lot of troops mobilizing to the north for Asiamint. Oh man, a big hit from the Comet. This Fox Trinity is having to get out now. Rakitten in a nice position though to assist in the defense. Comet coming in, Rakitten connecting. Trying to get suppression on here. having much success at the moment. Gets a snare off on the Comet, and that should allow the Panther to get out safely. We're getting under some pressure though. Has to retreat that. Filtration grenades, but throws them a little bit deep. But everything retreating. Concentration barrage coming down on the machine gun in the center. That also been forced off an Asiamint very long VPs. Triple cap running, 150 remaining. They'll make a play for the north. And that mine from Nicko. Oof, that was a sweaty moment there. Asiamint. Exchanging grenades here. Coming in for a cheeky shot from the north. But gets answered by the double AT guns.
Command has authorized the use of radio silence.
Kitten maybe coming to the south. Kitten is really well vetted up. Black half track a little bit scarier against the Valentine. Oh no, the Valentine got a wipe there. Oh, that is heartbreaking for Asiamint. Command Panther going in for the kill on the Valentine. Double AT guns are there though. That could be trouble. Panther connects. Oh, Command Panther gets cold feet, pulling back. Now leaving the Rakitten exposed up here. Faust connects too early. Crew grenade onto it. Okay, good long range shot there from the Panther. Gets out. Tense stuff there for Asiamint. I think he could have stuck around for the Valentine kill, but he's playing it safe. Doesn't want to overdo it. And Nicko, oh, with a tremendous amount of float, I guess maybe doesn't quite have the pop cap spare for the last Comet. Able to build it now when a lot of things require reinforcement. Asiamint has completed his Panther authorization. Not too far away from the fuel for a Jagdpanzer maybe. Might be a decent option here. To try and deal with the Comets and Valentines. And the advantage of the Jagdpanzer is, you know, it's also got 60 range, so you know, you can generally get damage on the Comet without taking damage in return from the anti-tank guns. Big push here from Asiamint. It's not going too well for him. Command Panther takes a lot of damage. He doesn't get much done in return. So the clock is stopped at the moment. Retreating now, back half track. Second Comet on the field for Nicko. And only one Rakitten backing up the Jagdpanzer at the moment. This is a vulnerable moment for Asiamint. Drain is back on now. The decap in the center.
Radio silence has been lifted. Units are now visible to the enemy.
Okay. Oh, here comes the second Comet. Back half track in some trouble. And into the center. Oh, pretty good connection. Couldn't dodge too well because of the suppression. Asiamint under a lot of pressure here. Grenade in the north. Not really dodged. The Volkswagens look like they're going to lose this one. The STGs don't quite cut it. Oh man, big connection. Rakitten in the center in trouble with the Vickers there. And Asiamint throws in the towel. It was supposed to be slash out, but he hit the missed the input on the slash. So there we go. Nicko takes a series 2-0. Flak half track play, you know, Asiamint, he got it at a pretty fast timing with this Three Forks style. This is a style that I've actually been playing quite a lot recently myself. I have a bit of insight onto it. But it's just such a hard style because, you know, you have like 3 Folks and the Sternpire and, you know, staring down the barrel of 4 infantry sections, and it's just a really hard style of play as you try and, you sacrifice quite a lot. Go for the truck early. It's like, and then you have the long build time of the flak half track. You saw, even with this fast flak half track timing, it still arrived, only slightly before the 6-minute mark, and that's often when the AEC can arrive as well. Nicko decided not to go with the AEC this time though. Just investing heavily into infantry, stalling out for the Valentine, which gave Asiamint quite a few troubles. Could not quite knock that out. Installing into that Hammer Comet action. Well played by Nicko though, just really strong positioning, never got his AT guns too far out of position, and just didn't give Asiamint an opportunity to seal the game. And just KD, oh my god, I've played games like this and it is just a horrible feeling playing like this against Brits. Stack a sniper on top of it, oh man, it's even worse. But yeah, really well played by Nicko. Sound gameplay from him. And Asiamint might have to go back to the drawing board on this, especially against this style, with the Valentine. I know a lot of people really favor the Puma, but Asiamint didn't really have like a Puma. I suppose you can go up with Luftwaffe. A lot of people going for the Puma these days with Firestorm. To get the healing from the Opel Blitz, which could be an idea. I don't know. We'll have to see what Asiamint comes up with. Still alive in the tournament, and you'll be able to see him in action this weekend. So there you go, guys. It's one of the series that you missed from the weekend. You're just watching the official and my coverage. So yeah, Nicko looking incredibly strong. Oh man. That is going to be a really good this was called the semi-final of the upper bracket. I guess there's the final of the upper bracket and then the grand final. Yeah, going to be a good final with Nicko. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. I'm really behind on the request at the moment. Haven't even gotten to November yet with those. So yeah, hope Ashley, don't send me your replays yet, because I imagine, this, it's probably going to be a 64-bit patch at some point. Probably before I can get through another 2.5 weeks of replay submissions. I hope so. I'm optimistic. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.